Senior Zhao.
Miss Zhao? Where is she? You weren't joking when you said, my senior's so short she's practically invisible.
Hey, Proxy! Don't go snitching to Senior Zhao. If she gets mad next time and won't let me scratch her ears, I'm blaming you! Look, that little white and pink bunny, doesn't it look like Senior Zhao? Aw, if only Senior Zhao were this well-behaved, nibbling on carrots every day and letting me pet her ears. However, the harsh reality is that whenever Senior Zhao's ears appear at my desk, they usually come with a thud, landing operation reports right on my desk.
Though petite, Miss Zhao isn't actually a small animal. She's a rather reliable and imposing judge.
Imposing? What's so great about being imposing? Being fluffy is far more precious than being reliable or imposing. Or rather, everyone needs balanced qualities. Even the nobility have their rude sides. Instead of worrying about others' rudeness, it's better to just enjoy the fluffiness.
So, is this why you don't like dealing with people?
What? I never said I don't like dealing with people. I love my work. Haven't you seen how I always proudly pin my badge to my chest? But dealing with those annoying customer complaints every day does drain my social energy for interacting with humans. After work, getting lost in the fluffiness of a cute little animal to recharge seems perfectly reasonable, right?
You say that, but you're actually pretty enthusiastic around people at work. Well, if being enthusiastically rude still counts as enthusiasm.
Proxy, do you ever have trouble sleeping? Tossing and turning at night? Relying on white noise to chase away the chaotic echoes in your head? The rustle of leaves and patter of raindrops becoming your midnight saviors? Chaotic echoes, to others, might just be a metaphor for a restless mind. But in my head, those echoes really do play. Most callers are just airing petty complaints, but if you take their chatter as white noise, it can still quiet the echoes in your head for a while. Even if it's meaningless, even if it's full of lies, it's still more pleasant than the whispers of the departed, isn't it? This annoying job also just happens to be my midnight lifesaver. Of course, after work, the better choice is these little fluffs.
For some reason, I feel a little defeated. Coming from someone not fluffy, maybe my words are just white noise to you. Nothing more than a faint buzz to chase your worries away.
I didn't mean it like that, Proxy! Okay, I still saved some of my social energy for humans for you, Proxy. And I've been responding properly to what you say. Strange as it sounds, even though you aren't furry at all, I always feel this fluffy, dry, cozy, almost fuzzy kind of comfort when I'm with you. It's like snuggling up against a kitty cat that's bigger than me. Strange. Proxy, what is it about you that gives me this fluffy, cozy feeling?
know my lifestyle and the hollow ether corruption make me prone to hair loss. Please have a little mercy on my fragile heart.
Heart. It must be because you have such a warm, fluffy heart. Ding dong! Your 5-star customer service representative is online. Cash or transfer? Today's special. Take a guess what it is.
Is that popcorn loaded with extra chili peppers?
Ta-da! Lava popcorn. Guaranteed to knock your soul out of your body. The popcorn comes with a bonus commentary service. Quite a deal, right? Wanna give it a try?
Dialin, this smells a bit too... let's watch the movie first.
Have some chili peppers. They'll make your hair fluffier. If you need a boost later, just ask me. Huh? Has it already started? Guess you'll have to give it a try later. That hamster in the corner, using its wheel to generate sparks to charge the detonator, looks even more intense than my supervisor when handling my complaint tickets. And that scheming black cat, when it's nervous, acts just like some dummies trying to fuss and argue for money. Tell me, if we fed these troublemakers brains into a paper shredder, do you think the scraps could even spell out half a sentence?
Dialin, your commentary while watching the videotape is so... sharp.
This is the pent-up resentment hard-working folks build up day after day. From how it's going already, I bet the plot is about the stray animals rising up to take over the bank. Then they'll throw the mastermind into the rowdiest data graveyard until his brain turns into nothing but sizzling junk! Just like that. Perfect! So if I'm right, how about you try a piece of lava popcorn?
I see. So, what if your guess is wrong, Dialin?
Then I'll honor the bet. You can have me do a small favor, but only for today. How about that?
Okay, it's a deal then.
Ah, it's over. And of course, it ends with a boringly perfect happy ending.
A bet's a bet. It's time for you to pay up, Dialin.
Deal's a deal. So what do you want me to do? Just for today, no extensions.
Let me think. How about you sing along to this special ending theme?
You!
I was saying, Senior
Cái sự
Ye
cổ
of
vũ lên của nhận xây thái tự tại kìa.
bided his time, planning to eradicate the remnants of the Exorcists. And at long last, his opportunity arrived. With every ounce of his strength, he unleashed a single devastating strike. It's a shame that the abomination had been lying in wait for decades. Even with Ye Shuyuan's exceptional talent, his power still fell short. He suffered a backlash, and his body was seized by the evil entity. Luckily, the corruption hadn't seeped too deep before a group of heroes arrived to help. That's right. The Ye siblings share a bond of heart and mind. And leading the charge was Yongkui Summit's most renowned disciple, Ye Shunguang. But the evil entity had been scheming for a long time. How could it be unprepared? Sure enough, the foul miasma churned, and a colossal crocodile descended from the sky, its breath roaring like thunder. Desperate to save her brother, Miss Xiao Wang fought a fierce battle against the giant crocodile and was just about to slay it. But then, the situation took a sharp turn. Ye Shuyen's mind was seized, and he lashed out violently. Miss Xiaoguang holding back to avoid hurting him.
Welcome in. Hot and fresh buns.
to-do list should have go out for a walk with me on it, right? Even when it's crowded outside, it doesn't feel noisy. Tong Sui Shop? I used to love watching little stands like this. The summer cicadas, the clink of ceramic spoons, the crack of ice, the straw piercing the plastic seal. Oh, they're all such lovely sounds. Hearing them makes you feel like you can forget the unpleasant noises for a little while. They remind you that even in the not-so-happy memories, there were still tiny moments of beauty. Your to-do list should have go out for a walk with me on it, right? Good fortune and blessings! Today is perfect for spending money on a trip. Here, this store always has all kinds of fun little trinkets. I'm sure someone as well-traveled as you must have seen plenty of fancy novel things. So it's only natural that these little things don't really catch your eye. But in Wi-Fi, plenty of kids from poor families don't even get the chance to have stuff like this. I wonder what goes through their minds when they stand outside the store window, staring longingly. Ding dong! Your 5-star customer service representative is online. Cash or transfer? Dear VIP user, your exclusive one-day privileges are now activated. Even when it's crowded. Here it is! Full of fluffy little creatures! Even the boss looks so petable. Soft paw pads and fluffy fur. Clearly well cared for. What if I walked over now and suddenly reached out my hand? Just kidding. Do you really think I'd do something that rude? Even Senior Zhao only lets me pet her when there's a special reward. If you suddenly reached out towards her ears, she'd get upset too. When she gets angry, her ears suddenly perk up and twitch, and the fur on them fluffs up as if it got sapped. Oh, that only makes her look even cuter. I really don't mean to make her angry on purpose. Dear VIP user, your exclusive one-day privileges are now activated. Ding dong! Your 5-star customer service representative is online. Cash or transfer? Oh, wow! Isn't this the famous Random Play video store? My colleagues talk about it all the time. You know, a place this popular must get a lot of big names dropping by. Bet they get plenty of tough customers. Maybe a lot of complaints, too. Can the Bangbu really handle all that by themselves? Do you think I'd have a brighter future doing customer service here instead of at Tops? All right, don't be mad. I'm just kidding. I know this is your shop. I was only putting in a good word for myself with the boss of Random Play.
Good evening. How about winding down with some games after a busy day?
consider that a paid lesson. Whoops, we messed up. We'll just consider that a paid lesson. Some flowers are masters of mimicry. They use it to survive. Clever little things. I wonder if their roots are as bright and alive as the petals they show the world.
The bellflower represents unwavering faith, which evokes resilience and protection.
Pile all the bright-colored flowers on top. Simple enough, right? Are you, admiring the art or sneaking glances at me? You know, the way you look right now actually makes the perfect backdrop for the arrangement. My service rating might actually go up this month. Did I press the mute button on you? Dear VIP user, your exclusive one-day privileges are now activated. Your to-do list should have "Go out for a walk with me" on it, right? Antiques and collectibles! Look, Proxy, this shop's packed with valuable treasures. Why are you giving me that look? What, you don't like expensive things? Of course, it's not just because of Denny's that I'm interested in these antiques. Things left behind from the past are often tiny fragments of truth from another time. Objects might not speak, but they're way less likely to lie than people. Sure, antiques can be faked, and it's even harder to tell lies from the truth. But while expired items can be faked, expired humans can't. Proxy, you better not lie to me, okay? Because once you expire, I'll be checking every little thing you said to see if you've ever lied to me. Even when it's crowded outside, it doesn't feel noisy. Dear VIP user, your exclusive one-day privileges are now activated. Rep 2493, at your service.
Rep 2493. Are you the customer service center representative?
Miss, hear me out. Good Goods has been running here for over 10 years, and this is the first time anyone has come by claiming we don't have a business license.
A customer's complaint is sacred in the world of customer service. Sir, could you please assist me in addressing this lady's concern?
Unbelievable. I've never heard of customer service meddling in an inspector's work before. Besides, I thought most customer service staff were outsourced. Are you sure you want to cause trouble for me?
Any complaints about any department fall under the Cross-Department Customer Service Center. If my enthusiasm has offended you, esteemed official employee, I'm very sorry.
Cross department. That backwater office full of people who only got in through connections.
Even the little things you mutter under your breath will go into my work log. My intranet ID is Dialin. If you have any feedback or suggestions about my work, you can CC my supervisor through the internet email.
There's nothing wrong with the procedures I'm taking. Selling porcelain requires a special license, and if she does it without authorization, I can revoke her Wi-Fi business permit.
Hey, if it weren't for that beeping device in your hand, I wouldn't have known that secondhand vase contained premium stuff like porcelain.
But this is Wi-Fi Peninsula. Porcelain products are everywhere. So finding a secondhand vase with some low-grade porcelain mixed in isn't all that surprising, right?
Strict scrutiny of products is the operator's responsibility. If ignorance could absolve you, what would be the point of the regulations top set?
You're a diligent colleague, but for an audit inspector to come all the way to Wi-Fi Peninsula to hassle a small shop, are you running a new regulation PR campaign? But as far as I know, the rule that selling porcelain requires a special license was only introduced in the past couple of years and applies to ordinary businesses in main urban areas. But Phylum Heights, as a hub of porcelain and a licensed area of Porcelumex, has always been issued special business licenses. The old regulations didn't explicitly grant such licenses for selling porcelain, but they also don't fall under the ordinary businesses defined by the new rules.
Thank you so much, miss. If you hadn't argued for me, I'd probably be in real trouble.
Don't thank me. I'm just doing my job. Handling complaints is what I do best.
You seem to know a lot about Wi-Fi's shops and history. Is that part of your professional skills as a TOPS employee?
I'm not that diligent. I just happen to know this convenience store pretty well. I've lived in Wi-Fi Peninsula since I was a kid. Miss Reed, you might not know this, but I've actually known you for a long time.
But if you're a local, how come I've never seen you before?
When I was a kid, I lived on the far outskirts of Wi-Fi Peninsula. Occasionally, I'd come into town with the adults to do some household shopping. Back then, my family wasn't well off, so I could only stand outside the shop windows, looking at all the neat secondhand toys and crafts. Miss Reed, you were the shop owner's daughter, so you could play with anything you liked inside the store. It's no wonder you never saw me. Later on, I got a job at Tops and ended up leaving Wi-Fi.
So that's your connection to Good Goods. But now as a Tops employee, you're definitely far more capable than I am. I just run a little shop.
Sometimes, I wish I weren't so capable.
So, this shop is part of your childhood memories. That must be why you meddled, right?
Huh. There you go, Proxy, questioning my professionalism again. How can you be as harsh on me as Senior Zhao? I just can't stand unprofessional Tops colleagues. Even if I hadn't meddled now, a complaint about this would have come my way sooner or later.
Whatever the reason, I still have to thank you for your help. I need to check the shop's stock, so feel free to reach out if you need anything.
Weifei Peninsula is where you grew up. So, you could say being stationed here now is kind of like revisiting old places? How does it feel to be back here? Familiar? Nostalgic? Or a bit wistful at how things and people have changed?
Revisiting old places. To be honest, I didn't like it here as a kid. I have quite a few bitter memories from here. I especially hated the hollow. The denser the miasma, the louder the echoes of the departed would ring in my head. Still, little Dylan did spend a lot of time here, even if those days weren't exactly happy.
If the past isn't something you cherish, then let's replace those old memories with the new ones we're making now. Honestly, me and my brother didn't have the happiest times back in the day either. But those imperfect times ultimately brought us here, to the place where we met you, Dylan.
But why are you suddenly being so sentimental? I finally had a moment to feel a bit gloomy.
Because the carefree, smiley Dylan is totally better than the gloomy one.
What carefree smile? That's just my defense mechanism. Dylan is a gloomy and profoundly intense character. She's not to be reckoned with.
No problem, Miss Intense Character. Then would you do me the honor of taking a deep, melancholic stroll with me under the Phylum Heights sunset?
Let's go! If we run into any reckless troublemakers, just remember, I've got you covered.